Imagine spending thousands of euros on your dream trip to Europe, only to realize later that you spent most of your time standing in lines, waiting for photos, paying tourist prices, and seeing the exact same places as millions of other people. It sounds harsh, but there's a good chance your 2026 Europe itinerary is already making the same mistake that most travelers make. Not because you're choosing bad destinations, but because you're choosing them the same way everyone else does. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Because after years of traveling across Europe, I've noticed something surprising. The best travel memories almost never come from the places I planned the most. They came from places I almost skipped. And before you book your next trip, you might want to hear this first. Let's start with the biggest mistake: trying to see too much. A lot of people plan Europe like a checklist. Paris, Amsterdam, Rome, Barcelona, Prague, Vienna, Budapest, and somehow all in 10 days. The result? You spend more time moving than experiencing. More time checking Google Maps than actually enjoying where you are. Travel becomes a race. And Europe was never meant to be experienced that way. Some of my favorite travel memories weren't famous landmarks. They were random moments. A small cafe in Portugal. A quiet evening along the Danube in Budapest. An unexpected conversation with a local. The things no travel guide can schedule for you. So before adding another city to your itinerary, ask yourself, do I want to see Europe or experience Europe? Because they're not the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Paris deserves its reputation. Amsterdam is beautiful. Rome is incredible. But here's something travel influencers rarely tell you. The most famous destinations are often the most exhausting. Long lines, crowded attractions, higher prices, less interaction with local culture. And sometimes, the place you've been dreaming about for years ends up feeling like a giant outdoor shopping mall. The problem isn't the destination. The problem is believing those are the only places worth visiting. Europe is filled with smaller cities and regions that offer just as much beauty, history, and culture. Sometimes even more, and often for half the price. Places like Utrecht instead of Amsterdam, Alentejo instead of another rushed Lisbon stop. Smaller towns in Spain, Croatia, Slovenia, or Hungary. Places where you're not fighting hundreds of tourists for the same photograph. Places that still feel authentic. Here's another reason your Europe trip might be wrong. Social media. Every day we're shown the same places, the same viewpoints, the same photos, the same hidden gems that are no longer hidden. The algorithm rewards what is already popular, which means many travelers end up copying each other's itineraries, often without even realizing it. Think about it for a second. How many videos have you seen recently about the exact same destinations? Probably dozens, right? And that's why, honestly, some of the best travel experiences happen when you stop following the algorithm. Instead of asking, where is everyone going? Try asking yourself, what am I actually interested in? Is it history, food, nature, architecture, local culture, maybe even slow travel? The answer might just lead you somewhere completely different. If I were planning a Europe trip today, I would choose fewer destinations, stay longer, travel slower, and, leave room for surprises. Instead of visiting 6 countries in 12 days, I might visit just 2. Instead of spending 3 hours in a museum just because everyone says I should, I might spend those 3 hours wandering a neighborhood instead. Instead of chasing landmarks, I'd chase experiences. Because honestly, years from now, you probably won't remember how many countries you visited. You'll remember how those places made you feel. The people you met, the meals you shared, the moments that weren't even on the itinerary. So, is your 2026 Europe trip wrong? Maybe. Maybe not. But if you're planning your travels the same way everyone else is, it might be worth taking a step back and asking yourself why. The best trips aren't always the most popular. The best trips are the ones that feel personal. And sometimes that means skipping the obvious destination and choosing the unexpected one instead. Now I want to hear from you. What's one destination in Europe that surprised you the most? Or what's one place everyone should stop overlooking? Leave it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoy discovering the side of travel that most people miss, subscribe to Far and Beyond. Because the world is full of amazing places. Most travelers just never hear about them.